Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first English podcast episode. We now have two cameras. Ben is still here, just in another frame.
Hello.
He's no longer in the same frame as me. And today we have a guest joining us.
My name is Dania Maisonneuve, and I'm a journalist here at TVC22, and I study currently at the University of Ottawa in journalism.
Yeah, in today's podcast, we'll be talking about work-life balance and the importance of that, because
it's a very important topic, especially in, I think, the arts, like just in the arts generally, because people tend to really, really love what they're doing, and then they just don't stop working because they actually like it, but then they don't keep time for themselves and to see friends and families and family, I guess, because you don't have many. I mean, we're not gonna get into that. But yeah, it's really important to keep yourself from working 24/7, because then you'll burn out. And
yeah, for sure. And especially thinking the arts, it's the type of thing where to have a final product, there's a lot of time that goes into it. So there's a tendency to work like overtime and spill into your
you want to show
life.
What you're capable of, and that requires a lot of work, a lot of time, and sometimes you decide to work overtime because you want to finish your work, and it kind of, then it's like 2 a.m. and you're like, I should probably not be still at work. I should go home.
I know for me, that's happened with like school, which I guess can be considered a job.
Yeah,
it's happened with school.
It's the first job that you have.
Exactly.
In a way. Yeah.
Like for me, especially the fact that like I work and I do school at the same time. Like you do that too there. It's I think that's, there's a lot of deadlines, and it takes a lot of like organization and time management in order to make sure you meet all your deadlines while keeping like your life a little bit sane. Because especially during like finals and stuff, there's periods of times where like I don't see people anymore. I'm just like studying, trying to get my deadlines done, and like, you know. Yeah,
I've always felt it's really important to make time in a way, and I know that doesn't physically make sense because you can't produce time, but I've always tried to, if there's an opportunity to have a social event or just like go meet a friend or something, I try to make that happen, even if it means that I'm not gonna get enough sleep or I might be really tired at work. I try to do that too, because then you don't get the full scale of a good life to work balance. Exactly. So
yeah, but then also, is sacrificing sleep a good thing? Right?
Not for your not for your health.
Yeah.
Can Dania talk more about that? Because she knows what that means.
A whole series on health.
Well, I'm not the expert, but yeah, of course, like you need to prioritize. In my point of view, you need to prioritize your sleep in order to well function properly like the next day. This is the way that I see it. If I don't have enough sleep, then the next day I'm gonna be very much more slower in doing what I need to do. So that's why I always try to prioritize. Oh my god, that word is hard. Sleep, because I want to be able to like have a good energy during the day.
Yeah. So I feel like it's like, if like your social life costs you sleep, then is it really like a right?
I've always felt like it's more important to have a social life than sleep, but I mean, there's a balance to that too. I mean, I'm not gonna go out with friends like 2 days in a row. Maybe like once a week that I let myself go too late, but then the rest of the week I'm gonna keep that in mind and like sleep more to have a balance over time.
Occasionally I guess it's okay. Well, I guess not I guess it is okay if you're able to catch up all the sleep that I guess you're missing.
So at what time do you guys normally go to bed?
Oh god, that's a funny question, because usually what I try to do is go to bed at 8 or 9. I usually try to go at bed early because I'm someone who's like that. I need to go to bed early to be able to be
to be functional.
To be functional and like just like mentally, it's like the next day is easier if I go to bed early than late. When I go to bed late, the next day is like mentally more hard, I would say. So I try to aim for 8 or 9, but being honest, in the past month, with I just guess with since I'm no longer at school.
Yeah.
It's just, okay, well, I can go a little bit later and a little bit later
Yeah.
and a little bit later. So I'm pushing it back, but I'm going to try to go back at 8 or 9.
So where's it push back to right now, roughly?
10, 11 sometimes. Yeah, this is bad.
It's still pretty good compared to me.
For me, it's bad.
For me, it's mostly like 12 to 1 a.m.
Me too.
That I go to
I
bed
would never
normally.
be
And then
able.
if I go
12.
really late, it's like 2 or... I mean, if I meet up with friends in downtown Ottawa, then I have to come back to Rockland. Then it's probably like 3, 4 a.m.
Yeah. I feel like people have different, like, requirements for how much sleep they need, though. Because I find that I'm a person that, like, for me, after, like, 6, 7 hours of sleep, I'm like, okay, I don't know, I don't need more, I'm not tired, I'm doing fine.
Yeah, I mean, you see me, I'm full of energy, and I slept at 1:30.
You say as you were like falling asleep on our last podcast.
Yeah, but that was I had a full day of filming in Elmer the day before.
Yeah, I worked from home, I'm well rested, full of energy. Clearly I'm
It
like
shows.
radiating
Oh yeah.
energy right now. Yeah, it's 11 a.m. That's my excuse.
We both wake up early.
We do.
I mean, we all wake up early.
We all wake up
really.
pretty early.
But then you said you started working from home before coming to work?
I do that every morning because now I have my hours I have to do.
All right.
So I do extra
you have
hours
to
in the
have extra
morning
hours,
and
yeah.
at night after work times.
I see, yeah.
To meet
I mean,
those
for
hours.
context, it's because you were still at school.
Yeah, that's because that's part time, so I'm missing hours.
So
I was
you
just
just-
follow.
You could,
Yeah.
You have to catch up because this is your first week back
Full time.
full time and
Yeah.
at the station, and
So I have to catch up on my hours.
yeah.
So I've been doing like extra hours before and after work, like 2 hours in the morning, 2 at night. Try to.
Oh, God.
Yeah, at least in July it's gonna be a bit more
I'm gonna be back to
standard.
9 to 5. So
Yeah.
my work life balance really isn't that great right now.
Yeah, well,
that's
with
just,
school,
like-
it's harder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Although I find that like for me the best thing to do, because especially right now I have to work like overtime to catch up on my hours here. So I feel like right now the best thing for me to like actually, I guess, log off of work in my mind and like finally be like, okay, we're done, we're not working on this more, is to like every time I finish work I'm like off of like all electronics for like at least like 40 minutes where I'm like no phone, no laptop, I'm just like
Yeah.
we're just away from all electronics, because it doesn't help that I have my work email linked to my phone. I feel like that's not a
Yeah.
thing that should
It's I
happen,
think in
'cause then-
Europe they don't allow that at all.
yeah
Because
Oh,
people
yeah.
need to cut off after 5 p.m.
Yeah.
There's actually much more laws in Europe protecting work-life balance in different countries. But yeah, it is good
Yeah.
to cut off from digital life after you're
Yeah.
done with work, to just bring back to your senses. And
Yeah.
it's definitely something I do.
yeah totally
I try. For the summer, it's been a lot better because during the year, since I was pretty much more alone, I had a lot more responsibilities, and I
Yeah.
felt the pressure of the job, and I got a lot of emails from our DG at hours that she shouldn't be working to, and
Yeah.
I had difficulties not looking at the emails and writing back.
I feel like, yeah, I don't know, I feel like everyone has their own, I guess, tips and tricks, I guess, to log off. I don't know what you guys do.
I run.
You run.
Literally, that's what I do. If I come back from work and I know I'm just like stuck in my head with things from work, like I know I need to go for a run or something like that, or a walk.
Yeah.
Just my way of like disconnecting, processing everything that is in my head, and then to come back to my home and be like more at ease.
Yeah, I go on and play piano, and then I try to learn new songs, which like makes
gets
my
your
head
mind off of things.
concentrate on this specifically, so I forget everything else. And other than that, when I do the dishes, I put on some music.
Chores.
I sing with it. It's fun. I annoy my neighbors.
Nice.
And I take a walk every night. A good hour walk, 5K approximately, I think.
I think work-life balance, I think it's also organization that's really important in order to have a work-life balance.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like if you're not organized, it's much harder.
Well, your head is like everywhere, and you just don't know what you should focus on.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, you're pretty much everywhere.
So how would you try to organize that?
It's more like at work, being organized, knowing what you need to do, so that you're able to do what you need to do when you're working. And then at home, I guess it's like knowing what you need to be functional. For example, I'm not doing that, but meal prep, I believe like it can save you some time. So it's like you're less disorganized during your week, so you have more time for whatsoever you want to have.
To go back to the work-life balance,
Yeah.
I think having a lunch where you don't think about work is really important. Like a good hour of lunch where you can like disconnect and think about something else.
That's why I go home for lunch. I know if I stayed at the studio, I'd work while eating if I stayed here. So I'm like,
yeah. I mean, when I was during the school year, when I was pretty much alone, I went back to my place to eat lunch. Then because your guys are here, then I'm like, oh, there's people. I need to socialize, so I stay here. I don't want to go back home during the lunch, but
yeah. No, I do think you're right that having like your hour of lunch without work is important.
Like when I used to work at on a TV set, it was like 13-hour shift. We didn't have scheduled breaks.
Oh.
I mean, at least I didn't, because I was production assistant, which is the lower grade of jobs on set, which is you gotta like during the lunch hour I had to take care of the SD cards for the cameras. Had to give them to the guy to go to the center to the transfers anyways, and then I had to make sure everybody had their lunches and make sure the table was doing good, and then after I checked everything, then I could let somebody else take care of the food station. But it was pretty rough because I was the first the last one to like get my break, and the first one that had to come back from the break. So I barely had like maybe 35 minutes of break on a 13-hour shift. So it was pretty rough.
Yeah. That doesn't sound like a good work life.
No, but on a TV set or other sets, like sometimes you gotta understand that you're not gonna have a good work-life balance for those days that you work, and then you have a longer break than like you have a couple like 3-4 days of break then. So it's really intense, and then it's a different kind of work-life balance where you get a lot of life and a lot of work. So
but it's important to make sure that it's balanced in the sense that you get like both almost equally, right? Because you don't want a lot of work and then like one day of life and then back to a lot of work, because that's not good. You know,
because I've done that a lot this year, because I worked a lot of weekends to cover, because when you want to cover stuff that's happening, sometimes it's on the weekend, so you gotta go. And then during the week you're like, well, I still have too much stuff to do, so I can take day off, and then you're like, oh shit, I don't have free time. But then maybe, so now I'm planning a 3-week trip, which is big life. And
big life.
Big life. Big life. No work. So I'm gonna turn off my notifications from work. And if you want to reach me, you can't. I mean, I'll probably like have a urgent way of communication, but yeah, I'm gonna make sure I don't try to look at my emails, because this is gonna be bad if I do, because it's supposed to be my time.
So hour-long lunches where you're not working, vacations,
sleep enough,
logging off after work, all things you need to do to have a good work-life balance. And it's important that you're also comfortable with like saying no when it's too much. Like you have to know your own limits, right? Especially with our job, where it's like, oh, can you also take on this project and this project? You have to learn to be like, no.
I had to learn to delegate a lot of the things for me, it was the things I didn't want to do, so I was happy to do it. But
you were happy to be like, no.
I should also work on delegating the things I do want to do, because then that's when I'm overworked.
I take like one day off.
Yeah.
Usually.
I think that's a good balance because then you can still...
Because I'm also far more productive at home for me because I have my setup and I have like... Everything works for me at home because I have like monitors, I have a desk. I'm like at my house, I have a system. I have my system that works for me to be productive. I have what I associate with being like zoned in, I guess. So like I notice the difference between on the days where I work at home versus when I work at the studio. Also because here I like talking with you guys, right? Because I don't like, you know.
It gets pretty lonely at home.
Yeah, so it's like, especially I don't see people that often with work and school. I don't see people that much. When I come here, I'm like, oh my god, there's people I can talk to. So when I'm like at home, I notice that that's when I'm far more productive and I'm more
in your bubble.
Yeah, I get much more accomplished when on the days where I work from home than when I'm here at the studio. But it's also different types of tasks because now when I come here at the studio, I do like editing because you recently taught me how to do that.
Yeah, you're gonna edit that series.
Yeah, I'm gonna edit this episode.
Yeah, I don't like to work from home. If there's people in the office, I have FOMO.
Oh.
Yeah, but at work, so it's a weird kind of FOMO.
Yeah. You're scared we're gonna bond without you. We're all gonna do
Yeah, something's gonna get filmed and I'm not gonna be there.
We're gonna have like the best day ever and you're not gonna be here.
Yeah, I mean every time I take off work it's to work, so.
Yeah, that's true, because you go film for like someone else.
Yeah, for my friends, because I mean it's also at the same time fun because then I see my friends.
Yeah.
It's like friends from work, friends from home.
Friends
from the
home.
other.
Friends from.
They don't live with me. Friends from my college.
Your personal life.
Well, my personal life. We're also in this industry, so it's pretty easy for us to bond over work.
Yeah. Work just follows you everywhere.
I guess I have to learn to do that too, because...
To work from home?
No, I mean,
you should.
I could. But also like to try to manage people that work both in the office and from home.
Yeah, like
it's going
the
to be
hybrid.
the reality of our work life,
studio.
I think. So, yeah.
Especially now, I think I'm like enjoying the working from home aspect because I'm doing so many hours to catch up with what I'm missing. That I'm like, because it does take energy for me, it takes energy to be in the studio. Because I don't know, I socialize and I talk to people. Yeah. So like when I get to work from home, I'm like zen. I don't know, I'm chilling. Because here I'm like, I get kind of hyper at the studio for some reason. I get like energetic. Yeah. But at home I'm just like chill.
I mean, what people don't know is that I arrive earlier than everybody to do the work I actually have to do, and then I can have fun during the day. Like this morning, I arrived at 8:30, and then from 8:30 to like 9:15, because for some reason nobody arrived before 9:15. I got like 45 minutes to do everything I had to do, like from the start of the day, and now we can have a podcast, and I'm not stressed about doing all my tasks. So.
Yeah, that's why I did like. I wake up and I work from home and then I come to the studio. Yeah. It's like, yeah.
What works best for you, I guess, is what we're trying to say.
Yeah. But also it's the type of thing where like we each have to adapt to our own situations, right? Yeah. Because like I said, it's not everybody at the studio that like with us goes to school and
I'm done with school.
You're done with school, yeah. So you just have like work, right? It's still a lot, but it's also like, you know.
But then I have more responsibilities. On the personal side.
Oh, like chores and yeah.
It's like now I'm gonna move in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I have to prepare that. That's a lot of work. But
that is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. But it's gonna be fun because then I'm gonna be in a new place, and I don't like being in the same place for long. No? No, I hate it. I need change in my life.
So we all have different things for work-life balance, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's the lesson of today's
podcast. We each have our own methods that, you know, that work for us.
As long as we still feel good, like mentally and physically, then.
Yeah, I feel like you just need to know yourself.
Because that's the cutoff. If you feel like you're burnt out, that's when you need to rethink your work-life balance.
Yeah, for sure. Because then you won't be any more productive at work if you're burnt out.
And you're going to be depressed.
Yeah, it's just...
home and so you need to make sure that you think about it. Do I feel good with the situation I'm in right now? And if it's okay, then good. If it's not, then probably talk to people about it.
Talk to people?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could help, you know. Because I know for me, when like I started university and work, it was like my mom that was like, Jade, you need to find something else because this isn't working for you. And I was like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It's something you work on and something you can talk about like we're doing right now.
We're doing, yep.
And then you get lessons from each other too. So it's always good.
Yeah, that's fun. Welcome to the podcast.
I think that's
episode 1 of the podcast.
That makes sense to end here.
Yeah, it does. It makes sense to leave off the conversation here with our last little conclusion of our discussions. Thank you for joining us as a guest.
Pleasure.
It's really fun. Our first guest. Yay! We need an official. I feel like we need like an outro.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for being here today in this first podcast in English with our guest Dania Maisonneuve. Thank you so much for being here. In 2 weeks, we're going to have another episode in English, but next week's is going to be in French. Thank you for watching or listening, and have a great day.